Nowadays, I feel like I take a little bit more of like a kind of I can't help but take a little bit more of like a maybe a longer term view and think realistically, what is going to make someone want to put on a headset or contact lenses, whatever it is in the future, over the simple, phenomenal, absolutely nailed to perfection experience of watching Netflix? What is that? It's not going to be watching in my opinion, it's not going to be watching a passive VR experience, because there's not enough of a reason to do that in VR. Not unless, it's you and your grandma and your auntie and your nieces all getting together in a virtual space and watching the cinema because you can't physically go to the cinema together, maybe. Maybe that's where you're going to watch more kind of like passive based stuff, but it won't be like you're choosing to watch a passive VR experience by yourself, because it adds so much more than a traditional kind of thing. But what I think we're going towards is probably more something akin to like a Dungeons and Dragons or a Secret Cinema. It's going to that kind of like open world, you choose your own adventure kind of thing. Maybe a little bit of kind of like you've maybe got someone at the helm curating it, whether that be like a DM, like someone that is there in charge of like the story, or maybe it's an AI in the future. Maybe the AI kind of runs the show and kind of changes the experience based on what you're paying attention to and what you're kind of saying. But I always think back to when I was a kid, and I use this analogy so many times it's like cringe at this point, but I always talk about like being Xena the Warrior Princess. When I was a kid, I used to run around the house pretending that I was in Xena the Warrior Princess. And so I think when I think of the ultimate future for VR, I think of like kids that run around pretending that they are in a cinematic universe. It's that, whatever that is, that's what the future of VR storytelling is, in my opinion.